So welcome to Project Cars 2, another new game on the channel, but more racing. So similar to a bit of Forza Horizon that we did last week. And basically we're just going to jump straight into this. This is Knockhill. And we're going to start up a nice little series here that, you know, I'll record now and again. This is on PS4, and this is going to be a series called Nothill. Now, Knockhill is my local circuit, being from Scotland and all, as you can see, Scotland circuit category. 9 turns, 1.29 miles. And yeah, it's generally an exceptionally difficult circuit. So, what did we decide to do? We decided to try and drive it in an LMP1 car, which is exceptionally difficult, as it turns out. So this started a while ago. Me and a couple of friends did some races against each other. Really tried to figure out, you know, exactly what to try and get a fastest lap against each other, exactly what to do, what not to do within the LMP1. Tried to share a bit of data amongst each other and tried to get faster and faster on the leaderboard. Now, as it turned out, I think I ended up 11th on the board, so I think that must be internationally. This is pretty cool. But yeah, we're just gonna jump straight in to Knockhill, and our series called Nothill, otherwise known as things that should not be driven around Knockhill. Okay, so here we are on the grid. Just bringing up the revs there. Let's bring up the revs, and then off we go. So, just doing a little voiceover of this race afterwards, because as it turns out, driving is really, really difficult when you're on the wheel. I'm just going to let these guys go, because you look at it and see how much chaos happens at this first corner. There's nearly always somebody turned round, and we've got an advertising board flying across the circuit. And rather handily, we've got ourselves into 7th on the first lap there, so that's pretty cool. So we're just coming up through the chicane here, and we kind of lose a bit of space to these guys in front. I'm not quite as quick as some of them, certainly through chicane and through Clark's here, but I do tend to be a lot quicker than through the hairpin and kind of the down in the first corner. And this one, I've just passed that guy purely by accident, to be honest. I got on the brakes, locked up a little bit, and he kind of forced me across to the inside. And again, as I said, the drive I've got off the hairpin has been brilliant, and we're going to dive this guy as well, which is really handy. He's going to get back around the outside, and I'm just going to give him a wee cheeky run towards the outside there. I left him enough room, but he's backed out, which was quite nice of him, actually. Normally they just drive into the side of you. So yeah, we've got our best lap delta there, which is cool. So far, 52 being the fastest lap I've done, which is incredibly slow, but obviously in traffic that's generally what happens. And then we're going to try and dive bomb these guys into here, but they've actually decided to start having a fight instead. So I've gone the long way to try and do the up and under, and we've done it. We've gone the cutback, and in actual fact, we're going to get 2 of these guys in a winner. You can see just how bumpy it is down the inside there, that we're trying to avoid that. And then I've kind of thrown it down the inside. He's giving me a wee nudge. I'm not sure if there's contact there. And we're through, so we're down into 3rd position already on lap 3. So we're going to try and catch these guys in front of us. Just posted the first fastest first sector time, and we're going to try and push as hard as I can to try and get up to these guys as quick as I can, because ultimately the sooner I get out front the better, and the more I can just run my own race up the front here. Done not badly here into the hairpin. Nice line for a change, and some not bad gear changes up the straight this time. Again, just getting a bit of space to myself makes it a lot easier. And we've posted a 43.4, so not too bad. Not too good either, but not too bad. And again, line round here has actually been okay. This guy's lost a bit of time there, having hit the sausage curb, and I'm just about going onto the back of him there. And then again, lost some time through chicane. Kind of just my line was all off by that point. And he's cut the corner, managed to hit the sausage curb, and managed to gain time on me, which is interesting. But as I said, still not very good through Clark's yet, so I need to work on that. Coming down at the hairpin here, I'm going to go wide again, try and do the cutback on him, and we've just made contact, unfortunately, which has kind of delayed me here. And then I get hung up on the rev limiter as well. So I think we'll just tuck back in here into the slipstream, and then he's gone for the lead, kind of. Not quite made a full lunge, but he's certainly going down, and I've just totally misjudged my braking. Careered it in the back of them. Thankfully no penalties on, so no real issue. But so much faster through the chicane that time than him for some peculiar reason. So, you know, getting better at certain times, others not so good. Can't keep it consistent, and again losing time through Clark's. So we're on lap 5. Coming up to the end of lap 5, and we're just going to try and get a big switch back on these guys here. Going to bring it down in a second, and then try and really drive off the corner. And I've managed to get down the inside of your man in second there, which is great. And then we're going to try and duck into this guy's slipstream, and getting so close to the back of him, but then just hit the sausage curb and throw myself all over the shop. Again, in 5th gear, just the wrong gear here, just didn't change down in time. I had to change down coming out of the corner. Not too bad through the chicane that time. He wasn't very good, and for some peculiar reason I managed to get down the inside on the way into Clark, which is exceptionally rare move. Run a little bit wide, but then he's just giving me a nice wee nudge to keep me going, and in actual fact he's been passed by the guy who was in second, and we are now into the lead. So this, having got into the lead by lap 6, normally this is the kind of time I make mistakes. As you can see, I just didn't make a very good exit from the hairpin there. And I'm not very good at leading by myself. I'm not bad at chasing people, but I'm not very good at leading. So trying to keep it consistent is the important part here. You'll see hitting my marks there on the right and the left curbs, staying off the inside curb, just touching that outside. Beautifully around this one. Not very good through the chicane though. Just too far to the right on the way entering. And just got all the line all wrong. Again, not quite far enough out to the left there on Clark's, but again, not losing massive amounts of time to the guys behind me. And then, as per usual, just dumping it down and really almost perfectly hitting the mark I was looking for coming out of the chicane. Again, hung up in the rev limiters now and again here. It's so action-packed around Knockhill, and these gears are just absolutely solid to keep going there. Missed my apex at turn 1 there at Duffus. Into McIntyre's though, much better. Still missed my apex slightly. Hit that apex nicely, and this one a lot better than usual, but just drifted out wide a little bit there on the curbs. Extending my lead to 3 seconds by this point, and unfortunately made another wee mistake through Clark's there, but managed to keep it on the road, thankfully. So our fastest lap just now is, the potential has a 41.7, which is faster than my fastest ever lap round here. So I've obviously done quite a good sector time at some point. Although we do have the penalties off, so it's possible that I've slightly snipped part of the circuit. And we're done a 43.2 dead there, which is it's not wonderful, but it's not too bad for during a race. Hitting the marks a lot better this time, but yeah, definitely I would say all 4 wheels off there on the way over the left-hand curb on the way into the chicane. Hit a lot better through Clark's this time, and really kept the momentum up, which was really good to see. You can see the number going up there, and the best lap delta coming up now from that. And not quite perfect around the hairpin, but not bad. Get a wee bit hung up in the limiter coming out, and we're just about to go and start our last lap. But we managed to do a 42.5, which is definitely a lot better than the 43.2 that was better that was earlier on. So quite happy with the 42.5. As I said, with my best being a 41.9, I think, around this track, and that's just without a race on the go. Not too bad with that. We'll run a little bit wide through the chicane there, and we're not going to do too well through Clark's again, which seems to become a bit of a habit there. And yeah, then we're just going to barrel around the hairpin and go on to get our win, which is pretty cool. So yeah, LMP1s around Knockhill. Very, very difficult to do. And there we go, there's our win. Great driving. Yeah, so very, very difficult to do. And you can see there the win, and nobody's actually come across the line yet. So yeah, quite a decent margin in the end, and quite happy with that race. LMP1s around Knockhill, very, very difficult to do. That's why we call it Nothill. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.